This will be my last video on the group of penny rolls donated by my mother-in-law. Yesterday's video was really good. It showed we found centavos, we found a centered Canadian, we found two pennies that I'm pretty sure are double dies. Upon close inspection of those two pennies that I'm talking about, there were, this one feels tight too. I wonder if there's another centavo in here. There were, I don't think so. That was super rare. There is a lot of, looks like there's a lot of copper in it. There was just a lot of really good pennies in that penny roll. And I think, to me, what that highlights or illustrates is what still can be found as of 2025. Obviously, if you're watching this in 2030, most likely pennies are not being produced anymore minted anymore in America, the United States of America. $2017 P. Yeah, I won't keep that one. But as of 2025, in your pocket change and in customer wrap penny rolls, you can still find really incredible pennies. 82 misaligned die. And I think that should be hopeful for a lot of penny roll hunters. I have to look at this under the loop. Look at the L and look at the N. Let me look at the reverse real quick. Let me look at that. All right, two things. Number one, I'm a little too far away on the camera. I'm a little too far away, because if I would have missed this era, it would have been a crime. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like we might have a true double die on a 2001. I've never, look at this L. It's an L over an L. It's incredible. It's absolutely amazing. And also the N. I wonder, probably some of the other letters are doubled also, but definitely the L and the N, maybe even the IN. But the L is stupendous. I've never found a double die quite like this one. I don't know how close I can get. Let's see if the light makes it better or worse. Yeah, you lose some of the contrast with the extra light. Yeah, look at that, man. Look at that. I lucked out, man. I'm telling you. Now, the one thing I have to say is that through a camera, it's misaligned. It's also misaligned. I don't know if that would indicate that it might be mechanical doubling, but I don't think so. Even the I looks like it has some doubling in it. And I was looking at the letters on this, and I was like, oh, those look kind of thick. Look at the Y. Oh, man. I lucked out, man. I lucked out. Let me check copper coins real quick to see if they have that as a variety. So this is what copper coins has. They only have one for 1DO, and they have it as, it's basically extra thickness. They have it as spreading to the southwest, as it says there. Ours can't even compare the two. Really, this would be a super example of what he has there. Look at that L. It's sick, man. For some reason, we just got it perfectly right here. Oh, that is sick. That's cheese, man. Let me tell you something. Look at that. You can now it's funny. I guess the camera's focusing a little bit better. I can see the other. Look at the R. I can see the whole Liberty spreading, doubling. That's cheese, man. It's a better. He has this as this is probably like an AU50 at 12. He has it as $12, but this is a way better example than what he has. Way better. Way. That L is everything, man. On a 2001, forget about it. It's a really. Now, I'm not saying it's a 3000. I have no idea. If I had to guess, I would put that at $30. If I had to, you know, throw a dart at a price, I would say $30. But I need to be a little closer because that one I could have missed easily, and I was at 3x zoom, and I usually try to stay at about 4 point something to 5. What a big time penny, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, you can still find. Now, that's the type of error. Like, now I have never found a really like the 55 true double die with those really super duper doubled letters. I've never found a coin like that, because they're so obvious that there's no way that they were going to be in circulation for 75 years. You know what I mean? 70 years. Anybody who had it in their hand would have noticed that and known that they found a valuable coin. So, but the one that we just found there, you needed to look at it. First of all, you need to know what to look for. That's number one. And number two, look at that. Look at the rim. Do you see it? Do you see the rim? Look at that. Wow. So what I had to do was I cleaned the top a little bit, right? Now, some of it looks like it's still there. On the top, on the rim. You see those markings? And to me, it looks kind of like a second strike or a double strike. But what happens is sometimes there'll be dirt or some sort of substance around the rim, and then when another coin lies on top of it, it'll make the impression of the other coin in the rim, and it'll look like a second strike. So I said, let me clean it, and I cleaned it, and to me, I could still see it. The only question is if I didn't clean it well enough, but I can still see the shape in there. I just can't tell. Yeah, so to me, that it really does look like a second strike coin. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, it would be a weak second strike if it is one, right? So that one would require some restoration, some cleaning, and then... Oh, wow, is this a copper? Wow. Wow. Even in pocket change, you can find beautiful pennies like this. That's incredible. It's amazing. It's only that's our second copper penny. All right. We did not find many today. And here's our third. Misaligned died. You see the top right there? Right by the R? That's what you have to look out for. It doesn't look too significant, but you have to keep an eye out for it. See, again, to me that looks like a second strike. It's not very clear or focused, so I'll go with that. I'll go with it. Probably is not a second strike, but it does look a little bit like one. Grab some of these crummy ones, get them out the way. Wow. Got my coffee here. I gave up coffee for a little while. I don't know. I think I was miserable. That's a nice toner. And I saw that on the reverse. What a nice look. Oh, look at that. It's in two places. Oh, now I have to look. It's in three places? No. It's in two. What a yellowish tone on the obverse, huh? Nice looking penny. It has 3 marks on it. Right by the U, right by the N, and then by the T. You know, is it a strike through? Who knows? You know, the one over here is the really nice looking one. Pushes the rim onto the field. Who knows? You know, it's hard to tell. And there's another blip right there. It's unfortunate, you know, that it doesn't look like a paper clip, you know? And that's what I really want to find is that's dirt, you see? Dirt. Very nice. Okay, another 82. Copper Philadelphia large state. I put it with the other one. I found 2 of them. That's a nicer looking one. Yeah, finding true double dies is just very rare. It's a very rare occurrence. That one that we found with the L, one of our the first pennies, is very rare. Very, very rare. That's the only one I've ever found quite like that. Nice misaligned die. Look how misaligned. There's no rim on the left. Now it's interesting how misaligned it is, and the fact that it has those little marks on it, those little shapy. Look at the date. I think that there was stuff on the planchet, and when it struck, it moved the coin a little bit, and that's why you can see the doubling in the date like that. How about the reverse? If it had a wide AM, that would have been great. That's pretty cool. See, if you find more copper pennies, and if you find interesting ones that take a little bit more inspection, then it's going to take, the video is going to take a little longer. Look at that in front of the forehead. Probably just some dirt, right? Let me look at it. Well, I wiped it off, and there's nothing there. And that's what I was talking about before, with being careful not to get fooled by. I have to look at that mint mark. Images in dirty pennies. Most people probably don't even look at them. I do, because there could be something there. I thought it might be repunched mint mark. I don't know. It looks like it might be. If it is, it's really weak. You can see the impression almost of the other mint mark to the north. I don't know if you can see that. They're like a dent. Anyway. That's probably a good example of, I don't know. I was going to say machine doubling. No wide AM. Yeah. It's good. I guess so. It's a good example of machine doubling. Let me know in the comments below if you think you would have caught that, you know, an honest response. Do you think you would have caught that double die on the L from I'll show it again at the end. I almost didn't catch it. Another 82. This is our third one. Third copper, Philadelphia, large date, misaligned die with wire rim. I'll show it again one more time. Do you think you would have picked up on it? I mean, even from this distance, you can see it, man. I mean, it kind of looks a little like, oh, what's that? Yeah, that's the cha-ching right there, man. What an absolute stunner. What a stun. Seeing the other letters under the loop, I can see the spreading. And actually, the way the camera was focusing before, I saw it a little bit better. But the way it looks now, it's hard to see, except for the L. That L is just, that's incredible, man. See the way the camera is focusing right now, even in the IN, it's hard for me to tell. Okay. Yeah. Wow. But under the loop, you can see it in the other letters. And before I could too. Yeah, it's an older camera. I gotta. Well, if YouTube ever, releases my funds, they got me throttled to no end. My everything is going up except how much I'm getting paid, which of course that's BS. What I'm getting paid isn't going up, but my subscribers, my views, everything is going up except for my YouTube income. And that's kind of messed up, man. You know what? I made $30 off of this one. That's wicked. Maybe more. I think this is the, what's he called? Oh, he calls this a class 8. I didn't even realize that. What's a class 8? I mean, look for class double die. Class 8, huh? Let me see. What's the class 8? Class 8 tilted hub. It's funny that it says tilted. I was thinking that one because it's misaligned, right? It has a misaligned die. Yeah, it has a misaligned die. You see the rim there and no rim on the left, right? And you can see the strike rim and you can see the planchet rim. Anyway, so I was actually thinking tilted hub when I saw it. The premise of the class 8 misalignment event is that the hub was tilted on the die. Most examples show only a partial hubbing, which to me means like a very slight extra thickness. If the die tilts from any given point outside the midsection, a corresponding lateral movement of the hub misalignment the perimeter of the hub with the die below. This will cause. Now remember, I'm saying that I just caught myself. Okay, check this out. I'm saying that the penny has a misalignment, but that really has nothing to do with the doubling. The misalignment is from the minting. The doubling is from the strike on the working die from the hub that made the working die. So it's two totally different things, and I misspoke when I said that. Even though it was the misalignment could have caused a mechanical doubling, but I don't think this is a mechanical doubling. I think this is a double die. So the tilting of the hub refers to the hub that made the working die, not the die that struck the planchet. So there's a differentiation. That's the big differentiation. That took me all this time to learn those, and I still don't have it down, but that's my understanding of it now. So let me keep reading. Hey, you could read it with me if you want to see it. Okay, where are we at? This will cause the doubling to go inward towards the center of the die, along with the tilt, the hub, and the inherent misalignment. There can be some rotation, a pivot, or end up offset in any given direction. This additional hub movements are considered indirect and not noted as an additional level of misalignment unless they are equally paramount as the tilt. A hybrid example is the 1939 DDO-001 that shows a rotation that is strangely hemispherical, suggesting the die was also tilted. That was also tilt, making it a class 1+8. A good example of a definitive class 8 is the 1961C DDO-006, which shows partial doubling of the IN and G from God. In the first T of trust, the northward spread stemming from the hub being tilted and offset laterally southeast would be enough to show the doubled area without needing any additional types of misalignments. So as you can tell, we're talking about really super technical. If you understood what I just read there, it's because you've been doing this for a long time or you're a genius. Both of which I am neither. I've been doing this for like a year and a half now, going on a year and a half, and I'm far from a genius. But I have a working understanding of the language now, of which I am reading and comprehending. I have a basic comprehension of the language, the syntax, the vocabulary of numismatists and their their sentences, how they're stringing words up together and what it means. And that's what takes a lot. See, now look how much clearer it looks now than it did before. See, the camera, for whatever reason, just has a different. Look at that. See, now you can see let me tell you, look at the I. You can see it in the I, even through the camera. You can see it in the T, the Y, the I, the N. You can see the extra thickness on the top of the OD. I don't know about that. Look at the top of the O and the D. See, it's spread towards the center. But it's really, I'm going to keep coming back to that L. That is, and see, it's not a, when there's like a strike error, like a mechanical doubling, you can see something like that, but you won't see the original L. You'll just see this weird line inside of the letter. In this case, you can see that the original L is raised, and then there's another L raised above it. It's crazy. Let me take a couple pictures of this. See if I can get a little closer. All right. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. That was a little extra research I added to the end. So they're calling this a class 8. Yeah, I can see that. All right, God bless. Please click like and subscribe.